Alright, I'm first going to take a look at the iPhone keyboard. Typing is honestly so easy. You just have to trust the built-in software to correct any errors you make. So just type where you think the keys should be. An iPhone, for the most part, can extrapolate the word that you want it to type. Alright, so next I'm going to take a look at the web browsing using Edge. I've already disabled the Wi-Fi and cleared my Safari cache. So I got a request to load up Engadget, so let's just load it up right now. And I'm going to let most of the page load, and it's definitely not speedy, but you'll notice that later on that you can actually start maneuvering around the page and accessing links pretty much as soon as the text loaded. So, but right now I could technically be moving around the page and finding a story that I liked and either clicking on a link or, just navigating to other pages. But if you just look at pure load time from start to finish, for it to download all the graphics, I mean, you can see here we're just kind of twiddling our thumbs, and it's taking a while. So I'm going to try to fast forward this a little bit. Alright, so here we go. 30 seconds later, the page is still loading. So I'm going to go ahead and just navigate around here. You could have done this a long time ago. I was trying to wait for the page load to finish completely, but it seems like it's taking a while. So you can see that while it's loading though, you can still zoom in, move around, and the only redraw is if you scroll up or down the page a significant amount. It takes a while for the for iPhone to actually load that part of the page. But once it's there, it's very snappy. Moving it around is great. The text renders really nicely. And doing the double click will basically, iPhone is pretty smart, and so it can kind of, it knows like the boundaries of the text. I don't know if it's using like the CSS to zoom in. So we're going to add a new page here. I think another request was for Gizmodo. And so I'll show you what the page would actually, when it's usable. So we started it right now, and the page is loading. And so, I don't know, it's been maybe about 10 seconds. Still waiting. The page is finally starting to come up. And like I said, once you see text, you're free to zoom in, move around to whatever part of the pages are up. And, by the time that the page loads, I'm sure you'd already found a link to go to, or a story that interested you. So, the page load is not significantly bad. It's slow, but it's definitely bearable. Alright, now I'm going to go back into Safari here. Wi-Fi is still off. I'm just going to do a simple Google search, and so when you try to type in an address, there's a place to type in a search through Google directly. So we'll just type in, let's see, sports. And the Google button is around the bottom right. And it'll load the Google search page. I mean, Google should load pretty quickly considering it's not very graphics intensive. And let's load ESPN. The cache has already been cleared, so we'll load that up. ESPN is normally a pretty tricky page to load for a lot of PDAs, just because it's pretty image intensive, and it also has the videos. Obviously, iPhone doesn't come with flash support, so you're not going to be able to see any of the little videos like the Sports 7 Minute off on the right side. But everything else loads really nicely, and I've always waited, on my Trio, and it seems to time out. But you can see that ESPN loads really nicely, and at this point, like with a Gizmodo page or with Engadget, it's usable right now. So if you find a story that you like, you can click it, and you can go on to the next page and get on with your life. There's the pinching out. If you want to, double click there, and you can see how the text renders just beautifully. It's at pages like these where Apple's decision to go with a full web browser like Safari really shines. Finally, I'm going to look at something kind of boring, but has a cool little look to it. It's adding employment, so let's just add something like, I don't know, lunch with Lance. So you can see, like, I'm totally typing the wrong keys, my thumbs are too fat, but iPhone is once again doing a job and pretty much figuring out what I want. And so if you ever want to be on Price is Right, this is kind of what I want to show you. This is the cool little thing, really taking advantage of the touch screen. You can basically pick by just moving the wheel, and picking a time, you can see that the AM and PM will move automatically. And that's pretty much the extent of what I wanted to show you for this, but it is just fun to spin that wheel. And Lance, looks like we're gonna have lunch every week for, I don't know, let's see, all of eternity. That sounds good. Let's just do that. And that is pretty much all I wanted to show you with this until the next video comes out. Thanks for watching.